Hi, everybody. Welcome to our interview teacher feature with George. George, how do you pronounce your last name? I've never pronounced your last
It's pronounced in Arabic as Rahme.
name.
In English, you can say Rami.
Oh,
In French, it's Rami because with the E at the end, it's silent in English.
oh, okay. So you speak French and Arabic too?
No, I actually don't. I used to speak more Arabic as a child, but in time I lost it. But in Lebanon, the second language is French.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
so
I
there,
studied.
yeah, they a lot of the translation was appropriated by the French from
Mm,
Arabic to French and then to like English. I think English kind of came later.
mhm. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. So we're doing a series of teacher features. So new students and returning students can kind of get a little bit more information and background about the teachers. I'm Nisia Danea. Both George and I went up for certification and passed level 1 assessment to become certified Iyengar yoga teachers. And Buisak was a huge part of that with her study group and mentoring us. So thank you for that. And let's go ahead and get into these questions. So the first question I have for you, excuse me, is that one of my favorite quotes from Mr. Iyengar is yoga is like music, the rhythm of the body, the melody of the mind, and the harmony of the soul create the symphony of life. And I saw in your bio that you're a musician, so I was curious how being an artist and a musician have influenced your yoga practice and your teaching.
Yeah, so the musician part, I come from a DJ background. So I moved to Detroit in the interest of the electronic music, primarily techno and electro, things like this, and got into production. So musician in the non-traditional sense, a fine artist in more of the traditional sense, fabric work, things like this, tapestry work. And as I continued to pursue my practice of yoga, I really felt, as Guruji Bikas Iyengar said, the body is like an instrument in an asana. So this I found to be true. With time, my body then embodied the asana. So therefore, I kind of became like an instrument for exploration. And then I no longer needed the tools. Like the tools were less desirable to make art when my body is acting and performing in such a way. It's a feeling of liberation. Is so much where I feel like the more I continue this exploration, the more I feel like I'm embodying a new form of art in a way that it becomes new to me in time because yoga kind of came later after the practice of arts for me.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. And so the next question is, what convinced you to take the journey from Iyengar yoga student to certified Iyengar yoga teacher?
Um, so I come from a background of Bikram yoga, a practitioner and teacher. And I felt with this practice, I used it tremendously to heal myself. With other forms, I did actually do a bit of Iyengar yoga within that time, and became a teacher of Bikram yoga. And living in Hamtramck, there was a studio, Iyengar yoga studio, that developed and grew, and changed locations. And I think it was about 3 years ago, where then once it changed locations, it came closer to me. So I felt this pull. And I feel like it was like it was there was no convincing, there it was this feeling like the path was closer towards my doorstep, I guess, and it entered my door in a physical idea. It also entered my heart because as soon as I began to practice, in which Iyengar yoga takes lots of like classes to really understand the depth of it. And once I started to understand the depth, um, the journey was there was no question, to continue on this journey. I've healed myself tremendously with yoga. It's been my only alternative, and I feel like it's part of my dharma, my duty to give back as a teacher.
Nice.
So,
Okay. And lastly, what can folks expect when they attend your weekly classes? Like, what's the vibe of your classroom and
certainly dynamic. Never really, the Taoist saying is the art. What is it? Uh, the Zen and the art of archery says expect nothing and be ready for anything. So I like that, keeping students on their toes and ragistic action, movement. So, this afterwards, a feeling of re-energizing, exploratory, things like this. And I believe that has giving a lot of that credit to my teacher, Guisik, who also is very exploratory and fun and dynamic. And I feel like I've really embodied her teaching skills as well. Yeah. So,
so?
considering she comes from an art background too. So,
Mhm. Yeah, she was a poet laureate before um, she dove deeper into yoga as a teaching, um, before she became a certified Iyengar yoga instructor. So when can people find you in class? What's your schedule, your teaching schedule at Iyengar Yoga Detroit?
so Monday evening, 5:15 chair class, 6:30 beginner class, and both these classes are an hour long. That's Monday evening, and then Thursday 6:30, and then I assist with Aaron and Common Elements class after the 6:30 class, which that would be no 5:15 class. Sorry, Thursday 5:15, Common Ailment 6:30, and
Okay,
then Friday morning 9 a.m. beginner plus. Saturday morning 9 a.m. and 10:30.
okay,
Both
great. So
Saturday
you have
morning.
some opportunities to check George out. And thank you for your time with us today. And I hope everybody gets a chance to check you out. So is this your classes? Do you do hybrid or everything is just specifically for students who are living in Detroit?
It's hybrid option. Yep, there's the Zoom option as well. Yep.
Okay, good, good, good. All right, well, thank you so much and see you in the study
Very good
group
to see you.
and take care. Have a good one.
Take care.